What's good, superstars? Back with another VV video. You got Superstar Joe, you got Superstar Rob in the building. How's it going, Rob?
Pretty good. You
get used to spending those gems because those gems are going away. At least that's what we think here. Guys, do not forget, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification so you know when we post some speculative content like this one today. You can also become a superstar VIP, $2.99 a month. Hit the join button underneath the video. Get entered into the giveaways every single month. The rarer your star is, the more entries that you will get. We have seen some super duper rare stars popping up, and we're so thankful to all you guys who continue to support us. Follow us on X, follow us on Instagram, join the Discord. The Discord has been a place to gather people from all different projects to talk about the space, what they love, what they don't like, and anything to do with any project that you're into. We have channels for everything over there.
Yeah, make sure you guys join the Discord. That's how we run all our gifting programs. This is where you can participate in the Superstar Nation, but also participate in the Superstar Utility Program. We love doing gifts at the end of every single month. Make sure you guys join.
Yeah, so I mean, last drop that just happened and is ongoing again tomorrow. The Flower Bomber, the Banksy inspired drop that's utilizing MCP points to land the NFT through a crafting method. It's really got us thinking. It's got us thinking so much. Even thinking about it, we put out a tweet and we got a response. I want to show this. We're going to get directly into the video here. We said, could this style drop technically be Omi to NFT if you redeem your bronze tickets? So basically it would be, you use the Omi, you stake it, you get the bronze tickets, you convert the bronze tickets to MCP, and then the MCP that you get from those bronze tickets, this is obviously down the line in the future when you have a lot of them, you use that to buy the drop. Technically, indirect way, you have Omi to NFT with a little bit of stuff in between. So we put that out there and we got a reply. Community manager of ecomi, Foster Hilt, responds saying, I think I read somewhere that the intention is to eventually allow people to buy bronze tickets with Omi, which could then be redeemed for MCP points. Interesting. So we're already starting to get onto something. Foster's letting a little bit out of the bag here, it seems like. So we did one of these. What did you just say there, Foster? And then we went back and forth in the meme game. It's probably nothing, so it probably is something. That's what that means. Whenever someone says it's probably nothing, it's usually not probably nothing. Right? And then, so basically, it got out of control. The gift game started going, but this little post from Foster got Rob and I's wheels turning.
Yeah. So first of all, the bronze ticket thing is not new. We've known from the original OUP program. However, I just want to say one thing though. There was an original OUP program that was supposed to do Omi to bronze tickets. Bronze tickets were supposed to be used to increase your odds on drops, and then they completely revamped it. Now it looks like it's bronze tickets to MCP. So they've never given us a revision and a new roadmap of what they want to do with the OUP program, but it sounds pretty much confirmed that Omi will get you to be able to buy bronze tickets. At that point, I don't know why Omi just can't buy you MCP, right? Like right now you could stake Omi for 10 million. You could put 10 million Omi in the app and it'll get you like 500 whatever MCP points. Well, it's not static, it's dynamic depending on how many people are doing it. But bronze tickets right now can only get you MCP, 15 MCP each. So maybe this is where they're going with this, right? Where they want to start using Omi to now convert it to MCP points, which since we had this drop where MCP now was able to be converted to NFT, it's basically a backdoor route to do Omi to NFT. And then it got us thinking, well, hold on a second. Maybe Veve would be better off with no gems, right? Like we know they can't get rid of. We know that ecomi cannot get rid of Omi. They made way too many promises with it. They raised funds. They built an entire business because of Omi. That's not going anywhere. But the gems, on the other hand, are they really needed? Would the Veve app actually be better off without gems to encourage more people to use Omi while simultaneously allowing your grandmother or people who have no knowledge of cryptocurrency to still use the app by just going fiat directly into either MCP or fiat directly into NFT, right? Veve needs to make money. They don't necessarily need to buy gems as the in-app currency. Now that they have MCP points, you could do fiat to MCP or fiat directly to NFT when they do drops because they got to make their money. But whether it's MCP or it's an NFT, they're making money because you're putting in fiat into the app. So we were starting to think, well, maybe they're going to be able to structure their entire app because now technology has changed. Veve has started they have an MCP program. When they first started, they didn't have anything. So maybe they're going to be able now to change their app in a way that they can maybe eliminate the gems completely and start going more into just, MCP as basically the in-app currency and go from there.
Yeah, I mean, I think this might be the way that we're gonna see Omi to NFT. I think it's gonna be Omi to MCP to NFT, or Omi to bronze ticket to MCP to NFT. And I think it just has to be that way for whatever reason, whatever regulations are in play. They got to kind of keep a separate ecosystem, and MCP is almost going to act in that way, where it's this protective currency that you can't cash out. So you're not buying into a currency that you can flip for money directly. There's other ways and whatever. I don't know how it's going to work if it's all in the same ecosystem, if Veve is going to have a third-party marketplace. We've seen that wording in their terms and services. We've seen other projects do something similar. Is this what Veve is planning in the background? Are they putting it all together? Is this a test drop, this MCP drop? See how it goes. And then we're going to start to see gems eliminated, Omi to bronze tickets or to whatever color tickets that they come out with to give you more amounts of MCP on top of whatever you earn through holding. So Omi to NFT seems like this is the way that it's going, and the way that Foster gave us that little Easter egg there, I think all signs lead to that. But also, if you remember, I don't know if it's a year ago or not, but David, you personally said that Veve's plans are to eliminate the gem, like that, to not let you buy gems. You would buy something that you want directly, and you would top up with whatever gems you had, whatever. So that is in line with that statement as well. So like the dots are starting to connect, the stars are aligning, right. And I think we're going to see the end of gems here.
I think that Veve's made it clear that they don't want Omi truly touching the Veve app. They do not want to have Omi, and this is pure speculation, but based on what we've seen, they don't really want Omi as the in-app currency because it's a cryptocurrency, and they don't want to deal with the regulations that come with that. I think what they want to do is a third-party marketplace is key, and we've seen it with other projects. It is key to their long-term plans, because if they have a third-party marketplace, people can export out ghost tokens of their NFTs and sell them on a third-party marketplace to some cryptocurrency. They can then go to an exchange, and then that's how they'll cash out, which means Veve will also, with the removal of gems, remove their KYC. So they don't have to deal with KYCing anymore. Also, MCP may become the currency of the time, because there's no cash out with MCP. Mm-hmm. You could basically just go into the secondary market and say, okay, if you use the in-house secondary market, here is MCP points. You can use them. And we know MCP points are super flexible. They do whatever they want with them. So as people accumulate them for collecting, they can go into the secondary market, they can trade. Now, the royalty part of this, where does royalties come into this? Maybe they'll restructure it, right? Maybe there's still going to be fees on the MCP, or fees of some kind of fiat directly in the secondary market, and those will be the transactions. We're not sure how they're going to structure it. But with the removal of gems, they can still make it work. They could still force people an in-app currency, in an in-app currency like MCP or an in-app marketplace. They could still find ways to get the royalties. And we've seen this on other platforms that are going to have in-app, in-house marketplaces. They don't necessarily have to allow something like gems to be the royalty, which is why gems right now, it's a one-time payment for gems. Then there's transactions, and they just assign the money they made over to the number of transactions to the licensor. It can be done, and I think Veve is going in that direction, and they can make all the things that they did in the past, which were not very well planned and well thought out. They're now going to come back and restructure the app and restructure, I think, the economics of the app to reduce their liability on the regulation side, while at the same time giving people a flexibility to do what they want with their collectibles.
Yeah, and I think because Veve has so many licensors, and everyone will have to be on board, and everyone will have to sign up for this whole idea of third-party marketplace, I don't think that they're going to let you take the token of the collectible to a third-party marketplace. My thoughts on this is that bronze ticket, silver ticket, gold ticket will be the things that are interoperable, because you can get into them with MCP, and then maybe those are the only items that you could transfer to this third-party marketplace to then cash out the crypto or fiat or whatever. And they would have no licensor restrictions, because it's just a bronze ticket or whatever ticket. It's a Veve or ecomi IP, and way less red tape to deal with. Everything license-wise stays on the Veve app. So I could see that being the thing. And yeah, you're right. Maybe the MCP will have that royalty distribution in there, and then licensors could always use that MCP to pick up tickets to go and cash out on the third-party marketplace themselves as well. I think we're starting to get close to what is going to happen. We're probably not perfectly there yet, but based off of the breadcrumb trail that we've heard things from David Yu a year ago, we're now hearing things from Foster Hill. We're trying to understand the ecomi or Omi roadmap based off of some things that have been said in the past. We understand that there were synergies that were supposed to be made. We now know that synergies actually means MCP is going to do everything. Omi is just a tool to help MCP do whatever it's going to do. We're going to see how it plays out in the long term here, but it's very cool to see that MCP actually starting to get a little bit of utility here, though.
Well, they're trying to come up with a way to circumvent regulations. They're trying to come up with a way to stay compliant with cryptocurrencies while at the same time not exposing Veve to any big issues. And I agree that maybe by synergies they meant, and it's probably easier from a coding and actual engineering perspective of the app, MCP is going to be the only thing that truly is used in the Veve app. And Omi is just there to buy things that you can then use in the app. Instead of letting Omi go direct, they're putting things in front of that you have to buy with Omi. That can then be burned. Because if the things that you're buying are just getting you MCP points or other utilities, they don't necessarily have to be getting you drops. Veve spends money to build the drops. They may not want to use MCP as a direct get an NFT. MCP to NFT, there may be variations of it, but then they're going to lose out on primary sales. They still want primary sales. So I'm sure it's going to be utilized in ways where when you buy these MCP points, they cannot be things that Veve spends money on. They have to be utilities to complement the Veve experience. And then that only they can actually burn because it's not costing them anything to give you MCP. MCP is going to be their utility. So you buy your MCP, you can do whatever you would need to do with it. You have your experience enhanced because you have MCP. Omi's going to go straight to the reserve wallet where it's going to be dumped. And I think that this is what they need to do to please the Omi people who invested in Omi because they built the entire business with promises of Omi being like super overpowered. Like their gem should have never existed. It was basically supposed to be Omi, right? So I think there's a lot of benefits in taking this approach with Veve. And I think, Joe, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure we talked Reese a long time ago, one of our AMAs, about a third-party marketplace, right?
Yeah, and he said, yeah, don't count it out yet, right? So
don't count it out. I have a feeling that they've been working on this third-party marketplace for a lot longer than we may know. Yeah. They just haven't been able to execute it, and we've seen this with a lot of things. Like they're not just able to deliver quickly. So it's possible that they've been working on a third-party marketplace for years, and it's just not ready yet, and they just haven't built it out yet and tied it in and got the synergies with how they want everything else to operate. So I think Veve will eventually enter a time where gems will no longer be needed. And they're not going to get around they're not allowed to just dodge the Apple fees, because Apple can then revolt and be like, you know what, forget you guys. You're not going to be on iOS anymore. Your app is dead. What I think they're going to do is they're going to just go fiat to NFT, and they can still charge a 30% fee if people use the app to do that. They can make it work. I know they can make it work. And I think that Omi holders will still be happy. It will not be as good as if you're an early Omi investor, it won't be as good as that. But at least you could burn your Omi now, because right now there's zero burning mechanisms. There's nothing except here on this channel when there was a giveaway thanks to the Gold Dragon Club where you could burn Omi.
That's true. I mean, they might even do it where it's a partial burn. Maybe part of the funds will go to the team for the drop. Part of the funds will go to the burn wallet. We don't know what to expect from that, but we expect that there should be potential for burning of Omi with this mechanic. Also, something not mentioned, because we do see Foster saying that the plans are to have Omi to bronze tickets direct, but it doesn't say anything about if they plan to have fiat to bronze tickets direct, and I don't see why they couldn't do that either. So maybe you're going to be able to buy MCP points just the same as you're able to buy gems right now, and I think that could be something that happens as well. So I think that that's another way that they're able to make money, because you're buying stuff directly with fiat. So I think there's lots of things that could come from this. I think we're starting to kind of, like I said earlier, starting to kind of see the curtain pull back a little bit, and it's exciting times if you're an Omi or a MCP whale, I guess, at this point, and we're going to see where it goes.
So in my opinion, like it's an exciting time for sure if you're an MCP whale. I agree with that. I'm a bit hesitant to be that bullish with if you're an Omi holder. I still don't have a roadmap from Veve. I honestly do not know what their plan is with the Omi token. They had an incredibly well-defined roadmap for the OUP. Put in Cheeks and Reese put that together. It was super clear. That has been entirely scrapped. Until they give me a proper roadmap, this is all speculation, and I can't be excited about what will happen to the Omi token until I fully understand it. But any utility is good utility. We are pro utility on this channel. If Veve's going to give utility to MCP points, we're all for it. We don't care if that MCP point is only rewarding whales, in this case, with $1 million. As long as there's utility, we're happy. There needs to be utility somewhere. There's no utility anywhere. So, right? So
when
they got to
when you're talking roadmaps too, I think when it comes to Veve, we understand, like, we want a roadmap. Everybody wants a roadmap to see where the project's going, to see the vision, so that we can stay committed to our whatever. People bought into this because they expected one thing. So people want to make sure that, like, their vision for the platform is in line with the vision for the company. But they don't owe you that, right? They don't owe us a roadmap. We understand that. We just think it'd be a good idea to appease the community. But I think it's a little bit different when it comes to the token side and the cryptocurrency side. I think that's kind of like a mandatory thing, that they would have to disclose their roadmap. It could be like a legal issue down the line if they don't have all the intricacies labeled and put out there, especially dealing with all these regulations. So I would expect whenever they do announce how this is going to work, that maybe they do have a more well-defined roadmap, at least on the Omi side.
I agree with that. That's a great point, Joe. The truth is, when it comes to the Veve app and when it comes to MCP, they don't actually owe anyone a roadmap. They put out the collectibles. You're a customer. You buy or you don't. Omi, though, is a lot different. They had a white paper and they sold a dream of what this token was supposed to be. They sold an investment. They built Veve because of what they sold. I think in a way they owe the Omi investors a roadmap. They really do. I think it's just straight up wrong to not tell Omi investors what the vision's going to be now long term, because the old OUP has been scrapped. You got to come out and give people, they deserve it. They really do deserve it. So give them the roadmap. If you want to tell everyone screw off with Veve, well, I mean, fair enough. But with Omi, I don't think they can do that. They really should sharpen their pencils, get that roadmap down packed, and reveal what they plan on doing. Don't leave these guys in the dark. It's been years and years they've waited, and they remain with no utility. And don't tell me 10 million Omi giving you MCP points is utility. The MCP program is not complete. The utility is not known. We don't know what the MCP is going to really be. We just found out you could use $1 million to get what's it called? Sorry, a brandalized drop. A brandalized drop, right? So I think that's there. And then the gems, I think, would be a great move for Veve if they replicate what other companies have done and they change the whole economics in the app to what other companies have done, but just use Omi as a gated token to help do these things. I think it'll be fantastic. And I think Omi holders will still be happy with that. Yeah. So you guys let us know in the comments below. What do you guys think? Will Veve get rid of gems? Will Omi play a massive factor here? Omi to MCP is going to be the way. Omi to bronze ticket is going to be the way. Let us know in the console. If you haven't already, don't forget, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button and join the superstar fan. Hit the bell notification to get every single video, every single day. Also, superstar VIPs. $2.99 a month. Starburst says your name. Access superstar giveaways. Guys, thank you so much. Take care. See you next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.